Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Aidyn Action Edition. When we last left off, we were working our way through the road to Port Saiid, and we're continuing to do that. But I need to fire up Troubadour for like the third time, because it keeps randomly closing, which is super promising. But here's hoping that it'll work with us. Please. It would be nice to have some music to accompany us on our journey. Alright, make sure I got my windows all arranged the way I want. Okay. There we go. Yes. There we are. We're ready to get out of here and start fighting things. It's just some ogres around the bend here. These guys. Go. These work. These guys have a boss, but he's like not here yet. Oh my goodness, they're just going for it. Alright then. Before she could even move. Well. Aidyn Chronicles love I'm sending. Sup, Spikes? Glad to see you in the chat. Hopefully you'll be able to stick around. Maybe not. I don't know. I gotta fight these ogres. And hope that technical difficulties do not become rampant. Because they kind of already are. I think I want to hit this guy, who just walked right up and chopped Brenna. For being such a jerk. I can't tell if I have the music up too loud, or if it's just a particularly loud song. We're probably fine. Arturo with dexterity is a terrifying thing. Yeah, how do you like getting giant axed guy? That's right. I don't think he could occupy the space he wanted to because his friend's corpse was still there. You were in the Philippines. My apologies for missing out on the last few episodes. How have things been going? What made you change up the time slot? Music sounds solid to me. I can hear you well enough. Alright, sounds good. Let's see. I changed the time slot because it turned out that, the later time worked a little better for my schedule. Basically, I try to set up my hobbies so that I'm doing the same things at the same time each day. And, because of, like, the time slots for when my other recordings go up, 12:30 for DDLC, 5:30 for whatever indie game I'm playing, and 8:30 for SMBX, it was a little easier for me if I did my recordings after all the other episodes had gone up for the day, so I never have to worry about recording an episode, like, the same day it's going to go up, is basically it. And it works out a little better for me on Sundays too, because that's when I record DDLC, but that's also the day I do my weekly workout, and my workout can be quite exhausting, so it's a little better for me not to be totally dead on my feet when I'm trying to voice act. That's basically what it amounts to. Or at least that's how it's supposed to work in theory, because how it's actually been going is I've just been like swamped with other stuff constantly and nothing's getting done. I'm completely off track with everything. But I'm getting back to it slowly but surely. I'm mostly in a point where I just need to catch up on a bunch of art and game design stuff again, which is unfortunate because I spent like the whole of last December scrambling to try and get back to where I needed to be, and I just fell behind again immediately. I don't want to blame winter entirely, but that's basically it. My seasonal affective disorder kicked in and was like, you know what, you're just gonna have a miserable winter, guy. Can Arturo take this guy all by himself? I guess we're about to find out. He does have dexterity, and a giant axe. But yeah, I've been trying to get back on to like a regular schedule for a while now, but it looks like this February I'll be able to. That's good news. Looking forward to making progress on things, and life not being totally terrible. Most of the things that had distracted me in the first place are already resolved at this point too, so... It's basically up to me and whether I can avoid napping after work to make sure I can get things done. Arturo, fight back! Go get him! You have the high ground, or whatever. You can do it. Hi, Wrath. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We're making Arturo fight Ogre Boss all by himself, because he's a baller. It's weird having Arturo be actually useful. Look at that. Oh my goodness. No contest. Phew. Sounds like something he would do. It is. It's just, he wouldn't even think twice about it. He'd be like, beg to report, sir, and he'd walk right up to that ogre and smack him. No sense of self-preservation. I shall charge the enemy. Indeed. Speaking of charging enemies, our next one is this lone bandit right over here. Oh wait, I should have doubled back for the ogre at the bridge. Nah, we'll get him later. He's like one ogre. Oh no. One ogre, guys. Bring it on, bandit goon. What are you waiting for? Your consistency skill level, it sounds like it is quite high. It may be maxed out. I could learn a lot from you. As the weather's still pretty wild out there, positivity promotes productivity. The older I get, the more appreciation I have for little things in life, such as napping. Arturo with willpower is so odd to me, and yeah, useful in ways, eh? I don't know if you meant willpower. I mean, he's not usually known for his willpower either, but him having so much dexterity in this mod makes him actually usable. Like from the get-go. No prior investment required. Let's see. Is the weather still pretty wild out there? Depends on what you mean by wild. Where I live, we've had relatively consistent snowfall through January, and it's just been bitterly cold constantly. It only recently let up. Really not all that bad. Like, it hasn't been hazardously snowy or anything, but doesn't mean it's been pleasant. My theory for people who like winter is that they only like it for aesthetic reasons. Okay, so let's see. We were able to beat 2 Cyclopses. I'm sure he can handle one just fine, right? It's just one guy. Singular Cyclops. But yeah, I appreciate a good nap myself. It's just like, I try to set up my schedule so that I won't need to nap, but some days I get home from work and I'm just totally drained. And the cold really doesn't help. Like, I keep my apartment at a comfortable temperature. It's not like that's an issue, but my chimney tends to let in a lot of cold air, and my desk is kind of right next to it, and there's no really good place else to put it in my apartment. So when I'm sitting there, even when I have the heat on, I can still feel the cold just pouring in. There's only so much my heater can do to combat that. And when I'm cold and tired, my bed gets extra inviting, and I just want to curl up, and I'm in bed at like 6 p.m., and before I know it, it's like 9 p.m. It's like, welp. Such is life. Another several hours down the drain. Can only get away with that for so long, you know. Before it starts to really cost you. $2,000 gold GP monies. And this box that you can stand on. And now this guy. I might want to patch up before this one. This is actually a fairly large group of bandits. Lay on hands. Fix everyone. Including the fixer. Yeah, putting them both at healer 2 is definitely a good call. I guess the other thing that's been eating away at my time slowly but surely is my Pokemon card collection. Because I set myself up such that I would, well, I have like this big backstock of cards to integrate in my collection and decided to do it gradually because I thought that would be more fun, and I think I was right. But basically, whenever I get up in the morning and whenever I get home from work, I add another 10 cards to the thing, either from a booster pack or from like loose, unsorted cards. And that's been a lot of fun, but it's also time consuming because like, if they're new cards, I have to document them. If they're old cards, I have to, or like they're duplicates, I have to compare them to the versions I already have to see if they're like better centered and stuff, and that all just adds up after a while. I appreciate these guys shooting me. Maybe I should like air shoot them. This guy came right up to Aidyn and was like, please don't stab me in the back. She's like, ah, nah. I would absolutely do that to you, guy. I don't think I wouldn't. Where these guys are, I think I do want Arturo, like, within range of walking to them. Gonna have Brenna cast Dexterity next turn. When she gets a turn. I guess there's a bandit boss among these guys. Come on, you. I'll see your weakness and raise you in endurance. Jerk. Okay, the people I need to have dexterity are like right here anyway. You guys, get it. What are you up to, bandit boss? You want to stab Arturo like that guy did? Might as well keep working on him. I think I'll go with the one whose back is turned. Hacha. Looks like bandit archers have quite a bit more health than usual. 48? Like, that's a lot. And again, I don't really know what their HP usually is. Bandit archers are kind of uncommon. Of course, they're just bandit woodsman V2. You can't really distinguish them in the original. They're just slightly larger than regular bandit woodsmen. You wouldn't even know the difference if you were to pay attention to what like weapons they were using or whatever. Or you happened to observe that they act more often than you would expect. Did this guy cast Endurance on his cronies? Because that might have affected things too. Yeah, I feel that. I like your schedule consistency though, as I feel the same sometimes, as I know there are so many things I need to do, yet I trick myself into a, hey, I can do some of it on my phone, and then several hours go by and I only get like one productive thing done, if that. Pokemon cards, Heelys, and tech deck fingerboards to do tricks with were all hot commodities on my campus back in the day, and they all got banned, so we had a black market for them. That's the correct answer to a ban on hobbies. Arguably being about at the halfway point in the game, I'm wondering, what is your overall opinion of the mod so far? Well, it seems like the promise on the outset was that it's more like straight to the point. Like, the whole reason weapons are more powerful and accurate is so battle doesn't take quite as long, and it's definitely there. I think the early game is kind of brutal for having removed the physical resistance and all that. I think it would have been a lot more of a nightmare if I didn't, like, cheat to get a bunch of money and then spend it on the best armor that restored my physical resistance. It kind of just balanced out to what it normally would have been in that regard. Yo, is the DDLC mod review guy? Yes, that is me! I also play other games sometimes, too. And hello, Perry Pro. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. Mad Archer is leaving. But yeah, as far as like this Aidyn mod goes, so far I feel like there's more they could have changed, but at the same time, the changes they have made are significant enough to matter. I'll be curious to see how it develops in the late game, because I don't know how different to expect things to be. It feels like the early part was kind of riding on the whole you take 25% more physical damage from everything thing. He's a great person with several talents. Several talents! Yes! Jack of all trades, master of none. Remarkably average. And the boss knows what's good for him. But will he die before he gets away? Oh, he might. Nah, there he goes. Too quick. Alright, so those guys were like no trouble at all. We have a lot of things. Not so much spice, but everything else we have plenty of. Ogres. More ogres. How is our health looking? We're kinda chipped. We should probably heal. I don't even know how some of those people got hurt. I guess they were probably shot by bows when I wasn't paying attention. Will you go back to Gornia Castle once you get healing to see if the Mace of Glory is in the same spot or not? I mean, I could. The thing about that is, if he wanted the Mace of Glory to not be positioned there, he would have had to reassign its stats to something else and put something else there instead. Like make it a regular mace or whatever. I don't think he would have done that. Tis but a flesh wound. That's right, just patch it up. Rub hands all over each other until you feel better. Oh, look at these ogres. You think they're gonna run up and chop Brenna again? Let's guess we miss. We're backed up by boars. A whole pile of boars. Oh, he didn't make it. I wonder what was different about his positioning this time that he couldn't reach Brenna. I know there's like some variance to how everyone gets positioned here. God, Godan's battle theme is so underwhelming. Cool boss, terrible boss theme. 34 with a hand axe? Jeez. We aren't wrecking these guys. I think we might be beyond ogres at this point. That's good. That just means they're free experience. Helps that we have dexterity. If you could only play 5 RPGs for the rest of your life, do you know what those titles would be? Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm already doing that with Aidyn. Pokemon counts, right? Sure, we'll go with that. Trying to think which ones have the most replay value. Otherwise, just go with my favorites. As much as I love the original Paper Mario, I think I would pick the 1000-Year Door to fill a second or another slot of that, because 1000-Year Door, it does have a lot more in-depth mechanics and stuff. Can't reach these boars to throw hatchets at them. Your dudes are OP a bit, it seems. Reminds me of an Elder Scrolls game when you reach that point of godness. We're very strong. Yeah, but I invested smartly in my stats. And like I said, the dexterity spell is just... it's broken. It's it's one of the best spells in the game. It's better than haste. It doesn't just boost move rate, it boosts actual dexterity, so you get more turns and more movement distance. It's absolutely brutal. But anyway, as far as RPGs I could only play for the rest of my life, so we've got Aidyn, we've got Pokemon, we've got TTYD. Two more. Does casting haste and dexterity do anything? Yeah, it does. Here, looky. I cast dexterity on my peeps, and they're at +10 as a result. Of course, Brenna, does she have any equipment that's like slowing her down at all? Okay, yeah, that's at -4, but the ranger boots were +1, so she was -3. Did anything else boost it? No, so she was at -3. Now she's at +10 because I cast dexterity. No, I meant, is it worth casting them together, or is it overkill? Oh, if you cast them together, I assume the move rate would stack at least. So you would just be able to walk stupidly far. In other words, yes, it's worth casting both, but dexterity is still the better of the two spells. I'm trying to think what other 2 RPGs I would play for the rest of my life if I had to. It gets a tougher call once we're past all my favorites. Mayo and doubling up on haste and dexterity with teleport. I guess if you have teleport, you don't really need haste, but, you know, not everyone can learn teleport. In fact, very few people can. Did I already get this? I did not. The magical floating chest that is hard to disarm. Or good enough mechanics for it. Let's go fight the stronger ogres. Belt of Teleport exists. Oh yeah, it does! This is true. The Belt of Teleport allows anyone to teleport. But sometimes the spell breaks and it just disappears off the belt, and you have to do some save and load shenanigans to bring it back. What other RPGs would I play forever? I feel like there should be an obvious answer that I have, but I can't really think of another 2. I've never run into this problem. It happens sometimes. It's weird. Aidyn's weird like that. You just never know when something's gonna randomly break. Tends to happen to me with wands a lot. Like, I'll have a wand in my inventory, and then the spell, it'll say it's on there, but it'll say it won't list how many slots there are, not even like 0 slots, just no slots listed at all, and then you won't be able to cast with it. And you gotta fuss around with saving and loading to try and fix that too. It's such a tough question, haha. Thing is, I'm not actually that real big on RPGs. Like, despite them being like a core component of my channel, you'd think I enjoyed them more. But, yeah, it took a long time for me to really get into, like, RPGs in general. I tend to prefer Pokemon over most of them because, like, with Pokemon, it has a robust elements system that's, like, easy to understand. In a lot of RPGs, those things are just kind of hidden behind the scenes. Like, if you've got what would have been a super effective hit in, like, Final Fantasy or something, it's not going to tell you. It's super effective. You just have to compare it to the damage of the other spells you used and see if it was better or not, and that kind of sucks. The lack of transparency makes it hard to tell just how relevant these mechanics are. And, like, when there's no consistent rules, it can be really hard to tell. Like, if you can't discern an enemy's weaknesses from, like, the kind of enemy it is, then it's not... Ow, my Brenna's dying. It's not a super good thing. Oh, I thought of another one that can occupy a slot because it already does anyway. Phantasy Star Online! I guess that technically counts as an RPG. It's not a turn-based RPG, but I would certainly put it in that category. One more. What else would I play forever if I had to? Any other RPGs I played that I thought were really fun? You know, we'll throw Lisa in there too. Lisa the Painful, with its 30 party members and many ways to play. Not the longest RPG, but it certainly has a variety to work with. Of course, now the question I need to ask is, am I allowed to mod the RPGs I play? Because then we're talking. Phantasy Star Online 2, I believe, is still online and going strong. Well, the original Phantasy Star Online is technically abandoned by, like, Sega and all that, but fans have kept private servers for it running ever since. So it can still be played online if you have the right equipment, which I do. But I don't really have anyone to play it online with, so I haven't done much of that. I'd like to do more of it. I was playing it just earlier today. I was trying to hunt down an armor that is very rare. It's only dropped by a monster in, like, one of the early modes, so it's kind of an easy monster to farm because you can basically one-shot them once you get strong enough. But the drop rate is like 1 in 7,700 or something ridiculous, and I need 2 of the item it drops, so I'm gonna be at that for a while unless I get really lucky. See, I need 2 of the item because I want 1 to keep, but it's also part of like a crafting recipe to make another rare item. So, ow. So I need 1 to keep and 1 to craft into the thing you make from it. That's where I'm at with that. I could heal or I could kill you. I chose the latter. So anyway, yeah, it turned out I had 5 RPG answers for you, just based on what I already play on this channel, plus Paper Mario, I guess. Hooray! Video games. Let's heal. Rita got all beat up. That ogre could have killed her if she didn't get another turn. Bad news. Oh, Brenna's too weak to heal him. Heal, heal, heal. Didn't realize those guys did such a number on us. But anyway, part of the reason why I could play Phantasy Star Online forever is because there are actually a lot of different ways you can play it, and it's an easy enough game that you can get away with being suboptimal if you choose. And they have like 3 classes of hero, and there's like all kinds of different weapons you can use, and there are so many rare items, so many, an absurd number of rare items available to find. I haven't heard of Lisa, but we'll check it out. I haven't played the original, but would love to get on a private server and check it out. Kind of like one of my favorite PS2 RPG game series called .hack Online does still have some private servers up, despite being closed down a long time ago. However, Namco Bandai is still, or I guess you meant Namco Bandai is still open and running, so it has been facing some issues. Yeah, Lisa's a fun RPG. It's not as lighthearted as many other RPGs, so go in expecting some gritty absurdity. It's semi-inspired by Earthbound as far as like the absurdity and style go, but it's definitely like not for kids, shall we put it. It gets into some mature themes and stuff. Nothing too like graphic or anything. It's like cartoon violence at worst, but still not. It's hard to just recommend unconditionally. Sounds like lots of replay value with the rare items in Phantasy Star. Heck yes! I have quite a collection of them from having played it for so long over the years, but there are many that I have like no hope of ever finding. Some of them have like a 1 in 20,000 drop rate. It's just ridiculous. But there are plenty of fun and interesting weapons you can find, even without the really boss stuff. I don't know why I went after Ogre Boss first. I should be killing these guys. You know, the easy ones. Oh, he survived. I should finish him off. Feels like a waste, because he was so close to death, but now we can't get a turn. Alright, it's just us and the boss now, and I guess some reinforcements, but they might run away when they see us beating the tar out of this guy. Get him, Arturo! Yeah! Alright, we basically win. Run away, ogres, we don't want to fight you. Oh, they're not running. They'll make me throw / shoot things at you. Too bad you can't have more than one person singing on the battlefield with Troubadour. It would be interesting if it like stacked to the effect or something. Like 2 characters form a duet. Other than marshmallows and giant ham slabs roasting on the campfire during the rest scene, do you think people primarily, or what do you think people primarily ate in Aidyn? Well, I don't know. I mean, we've seen like farmer fields and stuff, so I assume they have like regular crops and whatnot. And as far as wild game goes, can't imagine too many people are interested in eating the rats and bats, but they're probably not insubstantial sources of meat either if people get desperate. Maybe that's like what the commoners eat, but the castle they have better. And I guess I've seen some food like in Gabrian's kitchen and stuff like that. And then there was that feast in Aramon, where they talk about some of the food that's laid out. And there's that mushroom stew that the innkeeper offers you. Alright, that's it for those guys, and they don't even have a treasure, so... Over here. Scrap metal blade? 55 and 5. Ooh. Is that stronger than some of the stuff I have? You're using 70 and 4. It's not gonna top your giant axe. Hey, Raid, I wanna use a sword? Where'd that thing go? Scrap metal. It's down here. Yeah, she's not strong enough for that, but this is a pretty close second. What are your top 3 Pokemon games you like in the series? What is your opinion on Palworld? Have you played it before? Well, let's see. I'll start with my opinion on Palworld. I haven't really tried it, and to those who like it, more power to them, I guess. It just didn't look like my thing, really. I do think it was kind of bogus that Nintendo hit them with that lawsuit. But I gotta admit, they were pretty blatantly copying Pokemon with, like, the whole catching things in balls mechanic. Like, I can see why they had grounds on that. But I also don't think that lawsuit's going to shut them down completely. Like, if they're clever, they can just come up with some other way for people to catch the things and voila. But I don't know. It's not really Pokemon as far as I'm concerned. Like, the devs admitted it's like an amalgam of all their favorite games, basically. But it kind of looked like just another open world, crafty sort of game, and those really aren't my bag. In fact, it kind of bugs me that real Pokemon has started to head in the open world direction. Because, like, there are aspects of it that work, and there are aspects of it that I just don't jive with. Like, I played through a Pokemon Violet, and I've said before, and I will say again, and continue to say, that Paldea could have been like 20% smaller and nothing of value would have been lost. Like, just take the entire map and squash it by 20%. Uh-oh. I couldn't find Final Music Battle, the greatest warrior in the galaxy, Kirby Superstar Ultra.org. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see what's happening here. I gotta go to my games. My games. My Troubadour's here. I really don't have that one in here. Is it just named something else? Let's see. Galaxy. Nope, there's only that one song from Super Mario Galaxy. Oh well, I guess we'll skip that one then. Here, let's quit real quick and fire up Troubadour again. I hope that didn't fail to preserve the Okay, yeah, there we go. We skipped it. We're listening to this now. Controller, work. Okay, so these guys. We actually, I think this is the first time we fought Wyverns and a Draco Vern, period. So, I guess we'll see what they're like in this mod. Should I be concerned? I guess weakness on all of them, if I can. I can't seem to see one of them. There it is. Get weakened. There, casted mirror. That's normal Wyvern behavior. Dracovern attacks. 23. That's kind of nasty. I'll probably want to air shield. Especially if they start web of starlighting. Alright, but anyway, my favorite Pokemon games. Well, let's see. I think my favorite of the ones I've played so far is Pokemon Sun and Moon. Not Ultra Sun and Moon, but regular Sun and Moon. It was the first time they really, like, abandoned the grid and helped the world, like, feel alive and less boxy. I also really liked the plot of Sun and Moon. I kind of feel like they ruined it a bit whenever they did the Ultra games. Because, like, the stuff with Lily and Lucamine and all that, that was a lot more interesting in the non-Ultra version. Well, let's see. Going from there, second would probably be... probably Heart Gold. It was a very worthy remake, and the Gen 2 games were pretty solid in general. Ow. Rita, don't die. I'm gonna go heal Rita, if I can. Can I reach her? Can't. There, that'll do it. I need to, like, end this thing quickly. Arturo, get over there and kill it. Right now. Oh, shield on. No, Dracovern, no. Let's see. As far as, like, a third pick... I'm gonna have to, like, go through these generations one by one in my head and, like, tick them off, because I have... the rest of the Pokemon games, it's not so clear-cut which ones I like and which ones I don't. Definitely not Scarlet and Violet. Definitely not. They have, like... I feel like they were one step forward, two steps back as far as design-wise goes. Like, when it's good, it's great. When it's terrible, it's really bad. Definitely not Gen 8 either, like, Sword and Shield. They just felt so lifeless. I enjoyed the DLC of those more than I did the actual core games. But, yeah, no, ugh. Utterly lacking in charm. I can now end this battle team. Freaking Grubhub. But, like, we already opened this box. Let me just gather my thoughts. I already said my piece about Alola. Kalos, I enjoyed, but I can see why people had criticisms of them. Like, they're really easy games, and not especially interesting. The Gen 3 remakes weren't too bad. I think I liked them more than the originals, actually. That's probably going to be my answer, actually. The Gen 3 remakes and Gen 6 were my third favorite Pokemon game. Not to say those are in order at all. I would have to think on it more to give a more in-depth answer there. But yeah, I think those are probably the most solid entries. A lot of people liked Black and White, and I haven't tried Black and White 2 yet, I only played the first ones. But while there are a lot of things in those games that have merit, as far as I'm concerned, I just don't like the visual presentation of them at all. Like, the mix of 2D and 3D just doesn't work. Like, the pixel art just morphs grossly anytime they try to animate it or move around the world map camera and stuff. It's ugly. It's just no good. And I mean, if you can look past those things, I guess you might have a good time, but I couldn't. The sprites are just blech. Does not work. And Gen 4 is kind of in the same boat. Like Diamond and Pearl, they're okay, I guess. I think I liked Heart Gold better than I did the Sinnoh games. There was just something slow about the Sinnoh games that I really didn't enjoy. And I don't just mean the surf speed either, where they like force you to a crawl. And going further back, we're like in ancient history. I'm definitely not a Gen 1er. Last time I played a Gen 1 game, it was a miserable experience. They have not aged well, and nostalgia cannot save them for me. Gen 2 is still pretty good, but like I said, the remakes did it better, so props to them. And yeah, Gen 3 was okay, but like I said, the remake of that also did that better. Tell you what though, the music has been consistently good. I can't remember a Pokemon game. Well, no, actually I can. But the only one I can really recall that I didn't like the music in was Fire Red and Leaf Green, and that extends to like GBA games in general because just the sound font of the GBA is not fun. Like anytime they try to use trumpets with that thing, it's just no, please no. But even then, I would say the songs are okay. It's just the instrumentation could be better. With better instruments, those songs would be just fine. Look at this guy way over here. Bandit Ranger. Get lost, guy. I'm just firing back. He's not gonna put up with that. Give him another. There you go. Chomp, chomp. There are kind of a lot of bandits coming, but I feel like they'll probably leave if we kill enough of these guys. Lose your cool, Bandit Ranger. Get out of here. Beta fails to perform. Alright, but she gets a second chance. I'm gonna walk closer for no reason. No, don't attack Rita. She's singing. You know, there are lots of versions of Pokemon, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses, but the one saving grace for the series all along has been that it has a really solid set of core mechanics. Like, the core battle mechanics of Pokemon have been, like, great ever since the beginning. And, yeah, there was room for refinement, and they have done those over time. But it's always been decent enough to be an enjoyable RPG experience. So I can kind of put up with, like, the quirks of one version or another and still just enjoy the games because of what they've got going for them. No, Rita, they interrupted her song. She was doing so well for a bit there. These guys really aren't leaving. Alright, fine. Dexterity it is. Oh, it's dark out. Burnout failed to cast. Bonus 1 mechanic you wish was implemented into Aidyn Chronicles. Maybe the life gem being able to actually resurrect a dead player. Or do you believe the permadeath adds to the game of the game? Well, let's see. I do think the permadeath adds something, and I don't think I would want to get rid of it necessarily. Even if I do just kind of skirt it in 99% of my playthroughs, since I always have a specific group of heroes I want to be using or whatever. But I do plan to do an Iron Man on this channel eventually. But like, as far as a mechanic goes that I would want to see implemented. It kinda has the bases covered, but like I was talking about with Pokemon having a robust elements system, I feel like this one could do more with it. I tried to do that in A+, and succeeded to a certain degree. But it's not very transparent, even with how I tried to set it up. Like, I have a little FAQ that I distribute with the mod, so people can look up the strengths and weaknesses of enemies, so they know what they're, or they can make, like, wise combat choices. And there's, like, some logic to it, but I feel like there's more I could have done with it, too. I don't know. At least the framework for it is there. If we're talking, like, entirely new mechanics I would like to see, would have been nice to have a spell that boosts willpower. I guess Mirror kind of does that, but a spell that isn't Mirror that does it. It's like the one stat that gets neglected. And or potions that affect other stats besides, like, intelligence and strength. I guess it's less of new features and more of I would like to see some of the holes in the existing thing filled. Oh, we're just waiting for this last guy. You gonna leave, guy, or are you gonna fight? And I did have some ideas on how they could have, like, made the non-battle skills actually useful in combat. Like, maybe have Diplomat affect the level of a spell you can cast with a scroll. And with Lore Master, it could increase the level of a spell you learn from a scroll. So, like, your Lore Master rank divided by 2 or something maybe gets added to the spell rank you learn when reading it off of a scroll. And, like, similarly with the Diplomat, using a scroll to cast in battle. Then those skills wouldn't be just an XP sink for no reason. Let's see, there's a bandit over here, but I wanted to check over here because I can't remember if this house has a treasure chest or not. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm gonna check anyway. Hey guy, do you have a treasure chest to steal? Hmm? It wouldn't be inside, so no. More bandits. More! These guys next. I don't think we'll need too many spells to take care of these guys. Looks like we had a little hiccup in the stream there. Hopefully everything is fine. Yeah, it skipped a little, but all good now. Yeah, OBS popped up with roaring like, whoop, disconnected, reconnecting, it did. I'm hoping things are going a little more smoothly this week as far as, like, the stream goes, because, like, I recently discovered that my laptop was not using my actual internet service that I pay for in my apartment. It was connecting to, like, some generic Xfinity Wi-Fi in somebody else's part of the building, I guess. And the reason it does that is because when I'm not using my internet, I turn it off. Which sounds like a strange thing to do, but here's the thing. I've got a desktop in the other room that I use to do, like, all my game design stuff and art and everything, basically. But it's, like, probably 20 years old at this point. And what it's recently been doing is if I try to use it too quickly after starting it up, or I try to do anything too advanced or complicated with it, the screen will go black for a second, and then it will start flashing all these weird random colors until I hold the button in for 5 seconds to force it to turn off and turn back on. So that's not a good sign. And like the first time it did that, I like actually cracked it open and used like canned air to dust it out in the hopes that that would help. But it hasn't really. And like, in order to preserve the computer and have it not crash like that, I've been keeping the internet off so that it only connects when I want it to. And I only try to use it for like a very short time and not go to any like overburdening websites. Because a lot of the times when it crashed, I would be trying to surf somewhere online. And the only times I saw it crash otherwise was when it was like trying to run a more complicated program. Like if I would try to unlock the frame rate in Aidyn, for example, that would be likely to cause a crash. I don't really use that computer to play Aidyn anymore, so that's not a huge deal. But the internet thing was a much bigger issue, because having the internet on the computer is very convenient. But yeah, so that's why whenever I'm not using my router, I turn it off. But when I turn my router off, it stops broadcasting my internet, and then my laptop, which picks it up wirelessly, is like, I will auto-connect to generic Xfinity instead of halibabica Xfinity 5G. So, today, in our Aidyn stream, I made sure before the start of the stream that it was connected to my 5G. So good! Maybe, I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just hoping that my internet service is better than whatever that thing was. It's probably not. I'm kind of running on Xfinity's minimum package right now anyway, which as it turns out is basically fine for my purposes regardless. Are you paying a rental fee each month for their box, or do you have your own you purchased? I have my own, but I still have to pay for their internet service, which is like, it's up to $69 a month now. Yeah, I just have like their weakest package. But thankfully I have like a direct connection for the consoles that matter. I.e. my Switch, because I play Smash Online and I also play Pokemon Online to some degree. And I can tell the direct connection is really helping with that, because, like, back when I was on the wireless way, I couldn't even, like, load a battle in Pokemon Violet. Like, it would get to the battle select screen, and you would choose your Pokemon, and it would have a connection error before the fight even started. And now I can load them just fine with the direct connection. So great. I was also having, like, issues in Smash. I would get disconnected, and they would be like, oh, you disconnected, you're either a poor sport or your internet sucks, and either way we're going to ban you for 30 to 45 minutes. I'm like, great, thanks. But with a direct connection, that hasn't happened in a while, actually. Like, I'll still get a disconnect here and there, but it's usually reliable enough that I don't get banned, which is, like, the one thing I was worried about. Oh, when I'm playing Smash, I want to keep playing! Playing against the computers is not nearly as fun. They're stupid. Controller! Work! Work! Controller! Now! Alright, hold on. The controller is having a hissy fit. I'm gonna go to the main menu of this thing. We're gonna quit this so that it doesn't crash or something when I unplug this and replug it back in. Work with me, controller. Give me a sec. I gotta fire Troubadour back up. Was that really necessary? I don't know, but, you know, Troubadour's been very strange. It's a peculiar little widget. I don't know what's gonna cause it problems or not. Wyverns. Oh, the joys of tech not working, haha. Indeed. I have been using this controller to play games for, like, years at this point, so it's no surprise it's starting to sputter out, but whatever. Doesn't really explain the issues I've had with Troubadour, or with my laptop, even from, like, its earlier days. So they do still have Starlight. No, don't cast it. Rude. Looks like it takes a lot of stamina for them to do that. Or maybe it was Mirror that took all their stamina. Mirror usually does. I've kind of been meaning to switch to my, and a third computer I have that is it was a desktop PC that my half-brother built for me for Christmas a while back, and I just never got around to setting it up. I was hoping to try streaming with that. And I've got like a mic to use for it, and a headset, and I tried to do it, but like the headset wasn't jiving with OBS for one reason or another, and I just didn't have time to figure it out. And it's like, you know what, we'll just keep doing the laptop thing for now. Someday I might be forced to figure that out. Whatever, it's like functional enough for the time being. But if I was going to play a more complicated game, like if I wanted to emulate a 3D game that isn't on the N64 or something, I would probably need to use that computer, because this laptop, it's pretty good for the games I play on it, but not much else. Is there not a bandit here? There's a box. There's a box and a chaos monster. Couldn't stop me from taking the healing potions. Nerd. Chaos Scout fails to cast a spell. I don't want to weakness these guys. I think I'll just endurance us. Oh, it's bugging out. It's bugging out actively. These scouts are really struggling. Good. Dang, I want a half-brother to build me a PC, lucky. Unfortunately, it's not something you have a say in. But you could try to get, like, a techie friend and be like, hey, bro, we're such good friends, you should make me a PC, haha. I'm sure that will fly. And yeah, whenever my other computer finally does kick the bucket, hopefully no time soon, or not before I can get all the important stuff off of it, I will be switching to that other PC on a more permanent basis, I suppose. I can't throw my hatchet because of how these guys positioned themselves. Rude. Oh wait, did I find a spot? Eh. Or did I did, I just barely found a spot I could throw from. And I missed it. Nice. It's too late at night for all these solars to be fighting. They're just falling all over themselves. That guy got ejected? Looked like he did. Alright, now I seriously can't attack. Senses Aura. 68 total hit points, level 7. Our protection is 10. Okay. Now we know what their scoop is. Ah, he moved far enough away I can throw at him. Miss again. Well, the infantry is here. Only one of the crab people made it in, though. Alright. What do you think the odds are of them running away? The scout fled immediately. Yeah, they're going. They're going. One left. Get out of here, guy. There he goes. Oh, we got a debilitation scroll from something there. Right. So do we want to camp Or do we want to fight this next battle first? It's pretty late, but this is the fight with, like, the toughest bandits, but at the same time we can probably take them regardless. Probably. Let's save. We'll camp. And, we'll maybe not fight that one right away. We'll do this other bandit group first. Bandit Thug. So that's the upgraded Bandit Goon. It's the first time we've seen them. And they're wasting no time. No, it's too early. Got that guy though. And that guy. Alright, they're kind of the ones I cared about the most, so good. Yes, you cast Brilliance on that wolf guy. Smartest wolf this side of Aidyn. Stop picking on Aileron, he hasn't even moved yet. So rude, these guys. I need to keep in mind that there's no reason to fight things late, just to weaken their abilities, because I have Darkness. Anytime I need to do that, I can just cast Darkness. Yeah, not so tough without your endurance, are you, guy? Yeah. She kind of took out like half his health. Too hard to hit. The girls are struggling. Oh wait, no, it's the missile people are struggling. Projectile persons. Rada's doing just fine. Does he have the scrap metal sword too? I can't tell. Doesn't look like it, no. Trying to figure out what the scrap metal sword used to be. I think it was a great sword. And the Bandit Thug there has what used to be a broadsword. Not the stupid. He inflicted me with stupid. Ah. Now she lands it. The wolf is leaving. Aileron got a little beat up. Oh hey, I thought of a mechanic I would like to see in the game, although it's kind of already there. I think if an enemy flees from you, you should only get like half of the experience and none of the loot. So you have an incentive not to let things flee. I think that would be fair enough. Like, experience is so easy to come by in this game as it is. Probably wouldn't be a big deal if things that ran away were worth less, or even none. Oh, this guy! He just won't die! I'm gonna pass. Alright, guys. Time for you to leave. Just leave. I don't need to drink these potions, but I have so many of them. If you're going to run away from me in combat and I spare your life like that, though, I think me demanding your weapon or underwear is reasonable. But I agree, it may be on less experience, since you didn't do really anything to give you a reason to chase them. Do you head to sleep, then, right after this stream? Normally I would, but since I'm trying to catch up on things, I'm gonna stay up till about midnight, and then I'll go right to bed after. What I'm going to do until midnight? Not entirely sure just yet. Either game design or art. Before this stream, I was working on an update to Crowded Spelunky. And I'm basically satisfied with it, so I can play the new version when I go to record it on Tuesday. But with that game design project out of the way, I guess I'm back to working on Pokemon Hunter. I've got a canyon to redesign. Oh wait, no, not a canyon, a wasteland. But I'm kind of designing it like a canyon would be anyway. Basically, the key to making interesting maps in RPG Maker is to use elevation, which was something I did to a limited degree when I first made the RPG, but I'm applying my older sensibilities to the map design. And I still need to fix that up. Yeah, I think they might have intelligence killed Arturo. I'm like, why hasn't he gotten a turn in a long time? Yeah, he's brain dead right now. He can't do anything. Luckily, Brenna and Aileron are able to handle this guy without Rada's help. Get him! Don't let him leave! Also, who poisoned us? Is that the Dragon Fang? Or no, the effect of like their throwing irons? I guess we don't actually know what this. Oh, it's throwing flame now. Yeah, they have immolation magic now. That makes sense. They certainly look fiery. This guy is not the same encounter, I don't believe. He's a separate, non-respawning dude that appears here. Let's get him! Yeah, see, not nearly as big. That one with the bandit chieftain respawns sometimes. Which makes it another good fight to grind with. Bandit goons are nothing to me. So do these guys have a box too? I want to say they do, but maybe not. Yeah, no, I think maybe they don't have a treasure after all. The treasure's over there, buried in the sand, and we already found it. Did I get the treasure up here? I did. Okay, yeah, we're good. Maybe it's just me, but every time I hear the word grind, I just think of the minigun-wielding enemies in the Gears of War series screaming grind right before firing. I remember those guys. Yeah, they were super annoying. They never shut up about their grinding. So hey, Brenna, how about you throw those fire things? That sounds like an upgrade weapon for you. Throwing flame, was it? Throwing flame, yeah. 80 and 6. Whew, boy. I like heal and stuff before we move on here. Heal. Oh, I didn't mean to unpause. I wasn't done with my healer shenanigans. Much healing required. Okay. Let's take these guys on. This is the one with, like, the toughest of the regular human bandits. We'll see what their final form is. Cyclops. Bandit Brute. 43? Excuse you? Get him saved. Too early in the morning, Rada? Oh, she got one. At least there's only one bandit brute. I mean, there's one in the reinforcements as well, but we only have to deal with one at a time. As long as Rada's in this guy's face, he can't throw. So good. We should be able to. Not enough stamina to cast spell. My goodness, he wiped out his stamina with that? So if I walk away from this guy, he's gonna, like, switch weapons. Probably. Same with this guy, actually. I didn't mean to hit him that hard. Oh no. Leave Aileron alone. Alright, so let me just see what the situation is here. Okay, I should have enough stamina now. I don't know how much it costs to cast Air Shield, but it shouldn't be that much, right? Yeah. Must have just barely not had enough. Where'd that bandit brute go? He's over here. Yep. You're not allowed. I'm gonna sing in your face. There you go. Oh, that put an end to my song. Ah, oh, come on, Brenna, he was right there. Oh, whenever that other bandit brute wants to come in, he can anytime, so might as well just get rid of this guy. I kind of feel like you should heal, just in case they pull something like that again. Bandit brute joins the battle. Can attack from so far. He still did 30 damage. Yeah, healing was definitely the right call there, but, please kill him. Nice. Let's just keep shrugging off that damage, I guess. Let's get rid of the Cyclops, and then we'll go after the other brute. Alright, 4v1. Can we handle it? Nice miss, bro. Where'd you learn to throw? The toilet store? Come on, Brenny's not that tough. You can get him. Yeah! Now he's on fire, probably. I'm hoping they'll drop their thing. I want to see what it does. Haha, yes. Our Anchorman reference. Correct! That's not how you spell anchor, but yes. You spelled answer, and that's not a word. I feel when a man in that level of armor comes charging up to you within, like, 12 seconds. Oh, he just leaves. What a wuss. Actually, I'm low. I have, like, so much experience. What was I saving for? We wanted to get people Wizard 7 and, like, better mirror and stuff. I don't know if I can tutor in these things or if I should just spend the stuff on them now. I think I'm just going to spend it now. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. There, that's reliable now. I don't know that we'll need Chris's naming, but let's get the spell Necro up to 7. No, let's just get everything up to 7. All of it to 7. If I can. I'm probably not going to be able to on Air Shield, actually. I have, like, not been using strength at all. Well, let's focus on the things that are important to me. Yeah, I can't get it to 7. Boo. All that experience evaporated. You, though. We've already got your stuff at 7. Can you cast it at rank 8, though? Since you've got, like, artificial rank 8? I don't actually know. If I'm gonna be a wizard, I'm gonna, like, do it at a tutor. Same for you. I would like to get 7 on these guys. So I can finally cast them on everybody. There, we're ready for spells. They didn't drop the thing, did they? Did they drop anything at all, actually? Come to think of it. Yeah, they dropped like a potion. They dropped some curing potions. That was it. Boo! Boo! That's okay. There are some more bandit thugs out here. Or brutes, rather. We're gonna fight these guys first. Because they're easy, probably. Fails to cast a spell. Okay, I'm actually gonna cast versus Star. So we resist Web of Starlight. Wyverns everywhere. They're not even casting it, they're just attacking. I think they wore themselves out with the mirrors. Stupid wyverns. Surprised that didn't kill it. But you know what? The dot damage might, so I'm gonna attack this guy instead. Alright, we cast versus Star and they have no stamina left. None of it mattered, they're all dead. I was kinda counting my chickens before they hatched there, but it worked out. Nothing! Hooray! Treasure. Carry. Stealth. Gemston. Sneak over here and take this guy's treasure without even fighting him. At least I think oh, he's probably too close to actually steal it from. I can never remember where that treasure is quite positioned. Can I get this treasure before they notice me? Totally. In fact, they didn't even notice me at all. Longsword. Nothing special here. This guy, though. We'll save and fight him. So I don't have to get the box again. Lots of surf themes. The guy, fight me! Hello, crab people. Taste like crab, talk like people. They resisted my crafty spells. They're stupid, though. Lightning. Okay, they're not terribly threatening. Did they change you at all? Missed. I'm gonna disrespect these crab people until they give me a reason to respect them. I guess the reason you usually would is that their weapons are actually pretty strong. Doesn't mean they're good with them, just... yeah. Earth Smite. 12. Whoa. Work on your wizard ranks, guy. Crab battle. That's all its name. It's a crab battle. It broke my knife. Hey, now stop getting smote. Smitten? I don't know. Earth smitten? Is that how that would go? It doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure that's not the correct use of smitten. Smote. Is smote the past tense of smite? I don't know. I'd have to look it up later. I cannot hit these crab people to save her life. Ow. 36? That's not terrible damage. Dare I say, you're actually kind of threatening? Maybe? Herbs and spice. Okay. Took care of the crab people. I whacked him good. Alright, time for actually hard bandits. Yeah, the trio of brutes. Ugh, it's gonna be a short battle if they repeat that. Hastened bandit brutes. Oh god, he walked too close to Rada. Let me see if I can't get this off before I do what I think I'm going to do. Oh, you resisted. Yeah, 2 out of 4. Let's see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use their aspect against them and cast darkness. Of course, it also works against us, but... Ow. You are back. Welcome. I didn't notice you left. I don't say that to be rude, just you're quiet. Feel free to say things so I know you're still there. Why is that Chaos Scout working with bandits, you wonder? Because they bad. They're all bad. Hacha. So this guy has his weapon out. I think we want to back away. So I cast Darkness. Let's get Air Shield next. Alright, and if she was able to hit that guy? Yeah, barely. Might want to cast Strength as well. They're not really missing it like I hoped they would be. Hey, Scout. You're annoying. Mirror's not really gonna help here. Good sense, Laura. I don't think I need to. How's about you just drink a potion real quick? Alright, we've got Air Shield, we've got Darkness. I'd like to cast that on Rada and Arturo, but I can't really get them both in the same thing. Maybe you should just, like, heal. Don't even have the stamina for Lay on Hands. Nice, he missed! That's what I want to see! This is the only use Darkness has. Fine, whatever, I'll cast it on everybody eventually. Rated. Do a number on him. That was good. Arturo's getting a little beat. I guess this guy has like full health. I think I'd want to hit one of the chipped ones. Good enough. Can we kill him? Yes! The only problem with Darkness at this stage of things is I can't cast Light to fix it. We're just stuck with Darkness if we succeed. Alright, I was gonna cast Strength one more time. Might be better than firing my bow. For the moment. Oh, he missed. He missed! Hey guy, you're not allowed to throw, because I said so. I'm gonna stand right here, so you can't throw. Alright, I changed my mind, you can throw. Alright, just leaves the one. I think casting Darkness was a good call. All these wolves over here, though. Just regular wolves. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. am I throwing people on the wolves? But I guess this thing doesn't throw quite as far as the hatchet did. Oh, controller. Don't give up on life. You know, it's really tempting to hit this guy, but I don't want to get hit back, so I'm gonna just heal. Rada, however, she can just sneak in on in there. Whack him one. Alright, so the wolves are close enough for her to throw now. It's hard to hit things in the dark. Guy, would you please get a turn and switch weapons? He's leaving. Excuse me. No. You die. Oh, he evaded. Dead wolf. No, I wanted to kill him. Whatever, fine. We've basically won. Go, Arturo. March. The wolves are leaving too. Oh hey, look! Darkness wore off, because it's such a low-level spell. I wonder if keeping it low actually might be a good idea, so that it can wear off on its own. So I guess that's like the one reason you would raise the spell's rank, is to have it last longer in battle. At least there's like non-zero benefit for doing so. If I designed the game, you would need higher ranks of it to override higher ranks of the other kind. Like you would need Darkness level 5 to replace Light level 4. Or at least match it, maybe, you know? That kind of thing. They still didn't drop the thing. Oh well. We'll just have to cross our fingers for future bandit brutes. Or maybe find that item in a shop to buy somewhere. Because they did not drop their thrown weapon. Oh, we should heal. Majorly heal after that one. There we go. We have time for like maybe one more good bandit battle. We can probably take these guys. Hey yo! Beat you up. Don't give up on my controller. You've almost made it. Just 10 more minutes. Gosh, which one did Brenna hit? I didn't even know there was a duration? Yes, all spells have a duration. It's just, you almost never see them wear off because anything above rank 1 is going to last, like, basically the entire fight. You tend to only really notice it in, like, absurdly long battles. Like, if you're trying to kill the Marquis without using Wall of Bones or something, then you might see some spells wear off, even if they're higher level. It takes a stupidly long time, though. That's actually probably something I would adjust to if I could. I wonder if we can through modding. There are some bites in, like, the spell data that we don't know what they do. Maybe some of them pertain to duration. Might be worth checking out. Kind of surprised these dudes didn't leave. Close enough to attack? I still had her sing, that's right. Oh, now he's leaving. Now he doesn't want to play anymore. Well, tough luck, guy. I've decided you should die. You had your chance. I guess I can't come out. Oh, can we stop him too, though? Can we? Can we? No. There he goes. B-side buckler. Meh. So many B-side bucklers. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. We want to do one more. Wasn't there a guy here usually? I already beat this guy? Is he not here this time of day? I could have sworn there was a bandit here and a bandit there, and we didn't do both of them, but apparently we did? Otherwise they would be here, right? Huh. Alright then. Maybe we can beat this Drake over before we call it quits. We barely got damaged in that fight anyway. Wonder what those extra bits and bytes might be, if they pertain to duration or not, or what they are. It was good tuning into the stream. Well, thanks. Thanks for attending. It was good to have you. Always nice to have someone to chat with and prompt me to talk about things. These guys are being jerks. A lot of good it does when they're already whipped, but... Also cast strength to help them break free faster. Kind of a crapshoot whether they decide to cast that or not, huh? See, Arturo worked real on his own. He didn't even need strength. He's already got it. No, run. Did we all get trapped? They end-capped us. You jerks. What a terrible end to the stream. Alright, that is going to do it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you next time when we take revenge on those wyverns in Aidyn Action Edition. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.